Okay. Oh. Yep. Thank you for all your help.
Be nice, I think. You sure? Yeah, I think.
Hey Dan, I'm Kelly. I haven't actually met you yet. Okay. Good friend of Stephanie's. Heard a lot about you guys.
Good? Good.
I have the apartment building where the rest of your family is staying. I've known Stephanie for a million years. We used to live together. Yeah. The live stream. That's nice. Good. Sorry.
It's your day. I tried. I think it's fun. Did you ever? Yes. Okay.
Good.
I got these here from school. I got 40. I got 50 minutes. So
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's the one.
you come out with family or did you?
Just grab me. If you don't mind, like, if you can just like keep an eye on. Oh, right, okay, okay. Oh, these two.
Nice to meet you.
I live in El.
Okay. Thank you. So nice. Thank you.
Okay, go see. Make sure everything is. Tim, I'm wondering, did Lawrence talk to you about this slideshow? Leaders are saying. Okay, yeah, maybe. We'll provide the slideshow.
You want us to sit here and assist like this, and then do this, like that. Yeah. I just try to get a range so that, you know. Oh, you left the water. You want to grab Alvin's bag first? Yeah, the air conditioning system. No, wait, I think. Yeah. Oh. If you want to get off.
No. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Hey, baby. You just sit next to me and we'll put an alcohol next to George. Hey, baby. You just sit next to me and we'll put an alcohol next to George. No, I'm gonna sit next to him. Yes. Okay. Want to grab something?
No, not really. I'm gonna be outside the street.
Be outside.
Okay.
Have a water.
That's good.
We're gonna just walk around. They check their eyes. I'll vouch for you.
Sorry, did you find hers? He's right there. You want me to bring it up?
Is it you? Is it you?
Oh, it's the worst. Yeah. And it's just a different type of. It's better than pop. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah. My name is Elise. Elise.
Another use of the space.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
The banana family.
Then you start. So I get a text. Yeah. Well, change my whole mind. Yeah.
I still haven't seen her there, but she's still seeing clients on Zoom. I understand, I get it.
Yeah. I'm actually going to create. Oh my God. So really like, oh, yeah, Specialized my clients.
Well, I never knew what I started work there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, me too. But
So the musical friends and family, this is just an open time for us to just break a little musical bread. If you feel the need to come play a couple things, hum along, clap, no pressure at all. We're just gonna groove a little bit until the ceremony starts. So it's a great man we're honoring, so we're just gonna keep making music right across this field. Pour your water, sir. Oh, it's not as easy as it used to be.
Everybody was. They were feeling sort of special for a variety of reasons. I'm sorry,
But it's a wrap already. What are your husband's shirt? See, and second for one, see the summertime. You know, I haven't done this before. Yeah. Put the glass at me like, why?
As promised, this is Isabel.
was like, "Am I have to thank you again?"
I told her when we go in, look around and tell me you can't spot the one that is Lisa's brother. She said, right there in the butcher.
So nice to meet you.
Texas. Okay. Halfway between San Antonio. Okay.
And we went to visit you guys and you brought me a little PJ.
It's so nice to meet you.
Hey, baby, I'll see you outside. 42.
Where should we sit? Where should we sit?
It's gonna be really loud. We'll sit right here. You're the ice. Here's my arm.
Welcome, everybody. Also known as Daniel, like my brother. We would like to welcome you here, and we're grateful that you're here. It's wonderful to see someone that loves Clifford so very much. Friends, co-workers, musicians. I'd like to thank Stephanie for coordinating so much, doing so very much for us. Yeah. For having us here. Also Lawrence, who's worked quite so hard with me, but he's worked very hard. I'd like to thank these musicians that are playing today. It's beautiful music. Brings back many memories. I thought they would start with. Some of you don't know that. I'd like to thank all the coworkers and friends that are to honor his memory, to remember him. Some of you are probably wondering why I'm calling him Clifford. Who's this Clifford guy? We know Clifford. Many of us know Clifford. He's my brother. Some of you know him as Luis or Louis. His full name is Luis Albert Clifford Childers, and like I said, we call him Clifford. But he goes by a number of different names. Clifford is one, of course, Luis. He's never been called Albert. He's also been known as, we call him Ducho. Now, Ducho comes from Clifford Ducho. I'm not sure. So he called himself Clifford Ducho, and so that got shortened to just Ducho. So we've known him as Luis and Clifford and Ducho. Also, he's known as Fico. When he was very young, he couldn't say Clifford, he couldn't say Childers either. So he would say, "My name is Fico Cruz." So then we just started calling him Fico. So sometimes we call him Fico, sometimes Ducho, sometimes just Clifford. And then there's another name that he goes by, and I'm not sure in likeness, but also we call him Pote. I don't know where Pote came from. We call him Pote. Hey, Pote. P-O-A-T, I guess, Pote. But those are the names that he's known by. And I say he's known by. I speak with the present tense. I don't speak as in the past. Because Clifford has not vanished from existence. Clifford is he still exists. Let me read you something about some ancient words here. For we know that if the earthly tent we live in is destroyed, we have a building from God, an eternal house in heaven, not built by human hands. His tent, his earthly tent is not here, but he has an eternal tent. Right? It's easy to get down, we've had our share of sorrow, but you know what? Clifford was loved. He was very much loved, and no matter what we think, and no matter what the world, by various means, tries to tell you, we are loved. We are loved. Right? We were made to be. We were created to be loved. Right? And I'm not talking about we were made in love or we were made to love. That's all true, but we were made to be loved. Right? By our Creator. Right? Let me read this one more to you. I can prove it. Now the one who has fashioned for us this very purpose, that is the eternal home, not the earthly tent. Now the one who has fashioned us for this very purpose is God, who has given us the Spirit as a deposit, guaranteeing what's to come, eternal. Right? We were created to be loved. Clifford was very much loved. Right? I invite my sisters to come up and talk about it. We got stories.
I'm Raquel. I'm crying. I'm trying to make it. If I don't, I'll assume that I was brilliant. We'll leave it there. Hi, Martha. He was also known as Uncle Thief. When my son Nick was born, he also couldn't say before. So he called him People and then decided he liked Uncle Thief better. So at my house, he's forever known as Uncle Thief. Clifford came to our family when I was about 5.5. And I was delighted because I wasn't going to be the baby anymore. I was going to be with the big guys. He was the cutest. The cutest.
You can tell from some of the pictures of him.
Yeah, super cute. But he was a little bit naughty too. He had a favorite game. We would put him in his playpen, and he would reach his arm over as far as he could to where there was no carpet, and and he would drop the glass bottle to hear it shatter, and he would cackle like mad. No joke. Clifford, as you can see, has a love of stuffed animals. That started from the very beginning, right? He had a beloved, what was it, a mouse? A rat?
Yeah.
Or a rat, one or the other, I'm not sure. His name was Tunka Tunka. And Tunka Tunka was his best friend. And Tunka Tunka got thrown under the bus a lot. A lot. Somehow we woke up to a crystal bowl being shattered, and funny enough, it was Tunka Tunka who did it. And he smiled Iran. Clifford, Iran, but back then anyway, had colors. And Clifford, Danny, and his best friend Alex would jump the sewers and walk along the edge, and they were a lot bigger. Well, Clifford wanted to do it too. He always went in the drink. Every time. So he would have to come home and he would be, nasty, dirty. My mother would clean him up inside and out and help him with his bath. You know how much you love that. This was a one-time thing. This was repeated at least 4, 5 times. The last I fell in with my bike. He goes, but this time I went to my buddy's house and I stayed there until I got dropped. And I didn't tell Mommy. So, he thought that was pretty cool.
Now she knows.
The
Now she knows.
secret is out. The secret is out, but you forgive him.
So I'm Mona, and I'm the big sister, as you can see, I'm smallest. And when Clifford was born, I was 9 years old. And what a gift it was to have a baby. He's almost like a baby in a way. And it was just great. I'm so grateful that you all are here to show your love, to honor, celebrate and praise the Lord, because baby kids are grief a voice. And that's really good because I'm not able to say very much about my grief too, so I'm also 17. Really don't have words, but I will tell you that I will think of Clifford every time I hear some beautiful and beautiful music, and I'll say, oh, I love this. I want to tell them about it. Or if I read a really amazing book, I'll say, oh, Clifford would love this. I want to tell them about this great book. And whenever I pick up a box of staples or paper clips, I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but they have the word paperclip in both English and French. And just so happens that the French word is paperclip. It's just like trombone. I don't speak French. Maybe somebody here knows how to say it, trombone, but I'll be with you every single time. And I wish I had told you. So I feel it's good.
I do want to say that Clifford gave us one last really great gift. It's Stephanie's. She's a family. She's stuck with us, whether she likes it or not. We love you.
My sympathies. What's close to me as a brother. I'll say a few things later. Say a few things later.
All right, before we start, I think there'll be a lot of words said about Clifford tonight, so, just to keep it short and sweet. I think I can speak for all of us up here, that we all loved him very much. And, as a musician, Clifford was as fine of a musician as you could have. Listen to him, to share his ideas. He was an incredibly deep listener. Even when he wasn't playing, Clifford was always listening when music was happening, which, you could tell that it came from deep down inside of him in a special place, and it was just infectious. Anytime he was around, it was really fun to share with him. The love he had for music and the passion he had for music was contagious, and I'm forever grateful for that. We didn't have enough time with him. The time we did have was really special, and I'm just so grateful. I think I speak for all of us that we're just grateful. I think I speak for all of us that we're just better. So this is for him. So we're kind of just Sacramento jazz folks. We're like a community of weirdos and musical folks. And Clifford was right at home with us. I mean, he was, that's part of it. So we're just gonna play. We're playing around. So that's all.
So many people from so many different avenues. You know, some of you traveled far to be here, some not so far, but we're all just grateful to have you with us. Clifford and I were in a memorial service. We sat listening as others shared their memories and stood for those to speak and shared a beautiful tribute for our friend who recently passed away. I watched Clifford standing there in front of everyone, listening to him in amazement as he spoke. He was charming, he was eloquent, but at the same time by his side. As soon as I got the chance, I asked him if he'd been planning to speak on the smiled with a little shrug. He said no. It was spontaneous. He just had decided to say something in the moment and improvised his way through it. I can add this to the many times where Clifford surprised me and added to my admiration. Even to say to me recently, this is the man you're with. And I wish I had Clifford's or possibly Childers' gift of being able to improvise, but I need to rely on my notes and trust myself about them. As I try to share it with you, Clifford was to me. I first met Clifford at UCLA while he was finishing his last year of law school. In spite of being in a different department, he was a familiar presence in the music department. He played with an ensemble orchestra and jazz band, took lessons and toiled along. Surprisingly, this handsome trombone playing law student was always ready to catch my eye and smile at me. The first real conversation I remember having with Clifford was on the lawn outside of the music building. I felt shy and awkward around the brilliant and charming Clifford, but he was so easy to talk to, and he made me comfortable right away. I remember him telling me stories about his family, his growing up abroad and then moving back to the States and going to Texas. I was happy to discover that day that we had a shared experience of being mixed race also. There weren't as many of us back then, 1991, as there are now. His perspective on his identity is very similar to my own. There weren't as many of us back then, 1991, as there are now. His perspective on his identity is very similar to my own and we found it instant. I have to explain to someone how it is when you straddle cultures and being what I sometimes call it neither nor, not one thing and not another. So it fits. A few years ago, when he was out and about with his children, he was asked what can often be an intrusive and unwelcome question of what are they? In reference to his kids' origins. Clifford didn't miss a beat. and immediately shot back, "These are my kids, and they're the future." Yes, it is. Clifford didn't miss a beat and immediately shot back, "These are my kids, and they're the future." To me, that's the best dad clap back ever. The most important things fell into place for us very naturally. I was the planner and organizer in our relationship, and she was the person thinking about the future and seeing the moment. Making games on the spot and entertaining the kids with musical stories that came up with my own trips. Our approaches to life were very different, but our differences seemed to help give our relationship balance. Our individual strengths helped prop each other up and made us each better people, better sure mutual love, affection, and respect for each other that only got stronger over the many years we've known each other. In Clifford, I had my biggest cheerleader and supporter, and he often believed in me more than I could manage because I did the best I could to be the same for him. One of the nicest things about reconnecting with Clifford in this phase of our lives was discovering a shared love of family life and being parents. So sweet, expertly, the meals he would improvise for the kids, always making the food look as good on the plate as it tasted. We spent much of our phone calls at the end of the day talking about our kids, their successes and struggles, as well as our own parenting victories and failures. While we had different philosophies about raising kids, the thing we always agreed about was that they were our first priority. I have a good day. I finally introduced Clifford to my son Phoenix. As Phoenix was playing with his toys on the living room floor, he suddenly looked up saying, "I really like you." It's a true story. True story. He'd never done anything like that before with anyone else or since. But I think even as a little guy, Phoenix recognized that Clifford was a very special person. I was lucky to be with someone who was understanding of Phoenix's possibility and a regular presence for others. Clifford was always more than welcoming, though having Clifford around. I don't think Clifford ever felt like he was being friendly, but he felt like he was being friendly, and I could see that Bill was comfortable having Clifford around. I don't think Clifford ever felt like he was being friendly, but he felt like he was being friendly and kind of Bill, but going out of his way, because that's who Clifford was. And I always suspect that Bill actually preferred when Clifford was around, but then again, so did I. Holidays and even a few vacations with himself in our relationship. It was a big part of why our unconventional arrangement works so well for everyone. The lessons seem place at the same time, but we made the most of the time. Schedules our time together often overlap with concerts and performances. But thankfully, they're both happy and we had the chance to hear each other perform. I often worked on weekends and Clifford was always up for coming to hear anything that was worth hearing. Even if I had something stressful to play, I never got nervous when Clifford was in the audience. Somehow knowing he was there made me feel like everything was going to be okay. And after all these years, I would still get a little joke. "Wow, it's Clifford!" For me, as we held hands and talked about how the concert went. As many people already know, to stay up and so. On my nights off, it was fun for me to come hear Clifford wherever he played, with the saxophone and music circus here in town, and clubs to clean out about the brass bands. Clifford put everything he had in his heart and soul into the music he made. He was totally invested in all things in musically. He didn't have to be energized because having a good night where everything flowed in just the right way was everything to him. When he led his own, he spent a lot of time selecting tunes he thought would work best, creating his own arrangements as well as adding singing on some of the tunes to many instruments he liked to have on hand when he had freedom to create his own music. He often played keyboard, bass trumpet, harmonicas, Latin percussion, in addition to the trombone during those gigs. I think he really loved having the freedom to explore creating different sounds and finding new ways of expressing his musical ideas. There's Clifford making coffee for us in the morning. He made the best coffee. For things like his listening time. So I discovered when we first got back together with Clifford, he explained to me how he set aside listening time every day, music of all kinds, where many people use that as part of the background to their day. It's very important to Clifford as a musician closely listening to what he heard. All he was talking about his breathing studies. A couple of years ago, Clifford became fascinated with the benefits of focused breathing. He read books and articles about it and spent time each evening doing his own breathing exercises, and he actually got to the point of being able to hold his breath fast. I was skeptical about that one at first, but of course, because it was Clifford, there was a lot of study involved, which he was happy to share with me. I learned to trust him, and as with many of his off-the-beaten-path pursuits, I was impressed and charmed by his commitment to following what he believed in. Most recently, it was skateboarding. When Clifford became curious about skating, I wondered if it was the best choice for him to decide to learn to skate after the age of 50. I kept urging him to be careful, but I should have already known that it wouldn't be necessary because it was Clifford. I tried it once, taking his time to patiently explain the importance of how I stood on the board, how I needed to push off, etc. I could see how methodical he was about learning a new skill, and this put me more at ease with his talking. Clifford was really good at treasure that hides in plain sight. To Clifford, treasure came in the form of music, books, random items from the Goodwill. Clifford introduced me to people and very archly women by doing so many other things. I brought an example of Clifford treasure with me today. Last night I came across his first gift he gave me after we got back together. In all its simplicity, it's a tiny picture, 2 spins. Dear Stephanie, the old and the new, one chipped and cracked, one smooth and perfect, and somewhat rough-hewn. Together they represent the past and the future, me with my many flaws, and you with yours, and us with all the years past and years to come. The cup I love will always return to drink from time and again, and will always return to drink from time and again. So keep it close, and you'll always have it again. That's the man I was with. Music was Clifford's solace and refuge, and if he wasn't playing it, he'd listen to all kinds of music. When he did dishes, when he went to bed at night, right in the car, he would often send me links to whatever he was listening to capture his attention that day. I love listening to the music that captured his interest, coaxing me out of listening to the same things I always listened to him. The same would emphasize a word or phrase. It was impossible not to. I'm disappointed that I won't finally have the time to hear him play all of his instruments and mouthpieces. Instruments and his trombones all had names that matched something about the personalities he found in them. I got a crash course in who Clifford was to his trombone community, through all of the beautiful tributes people posted on Facebook. While I knew he liked to click and try instruments, I had no idea how into it he was. I had a whole lot to learn about this man. We've been talking about it for several years and had finally found a house that would work as the home we had talked about wanting to create for all of us. In spite of the many times we tried to figure things out between us, we never actually lived together before. Clifford was exceptionally neat and tidy. Last year, I realized I was going to be in trouble when I watched him put everything in his apartment back exactly in the place it had been there. I'm going to have to teach you about hospital quarters. We're really excited for the future, and I was looking forward to the beautiful home that I think Clifford would make for us. He had a great eye for finding creative ways of making space work and decorating unique things both bought and found. Clifford had so many gifts, and so much came naturally to him, but I think his greatest gift was his heart. He felt deeply and he felt intensely. He always picked on and recognized goodness in others. There was always a sweetness to the person I first met at UCLA, and if you were lucky enough to catch him in a moment where he could be open and a little bit vulnerable. A puppy to correspond and Felix helped Clifford to be more comfortable about her. Clifford by doing little thoughtful things that I hope to bring comfort and happiness to his life. This manly man of mine always wanted to talk about his feelings, and often while looking deeply into each other's eyes. It happened a lot. And I know it doesn't sound great, but sometimes when you just it happened a lot. And I know it doesn't sound great, but sometimes when you just want to get done with washing the dishes or folding laundry, it can sometimes be a bit much. But I was wrong, and Clifford was right. Far too much time. Holidays, Clifford told me that he realized he was going to get literally be his old baby. It might not be romantic, but you had to be there. With the brightness of that Clifford smile and the genuine pleasure he seems to take in the thought of us being incredible to Clifford was what I wanted more than anything to. But we don't get to grow old together, Clifford. And I'll remember you in the countless ways that you've shaped my life. Clifford, you are my light and my love. The person who patiently listened and who held me in your arms when things got tough. The person who encouraged me and pushed me to find better within myself. And the person who I can't imagine a world without. Your influence is in every part of your life. Clifford, I hope you're resting in peace. Please stay close. Please always stay close to me.
Thanks, everyone, for your patience. Is this on? Is this on? This is now on. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm David Gaborian. I'm one of the many musicians here that play here. I wrote down some words. You'll have to excuse me. I was like, forgive me for that. And we'd like to play something also in honor of Cliff. I feel like I both didn't know Cliff and really knew him intimately. Like, this is the way that people play music with his band. I knew really little about his day-to-day life, what was going on in work, some of his favorite foods. I didn't know what he did on vacation. I didn't know who his friends were, really. But I did feel like I did get to know how he felt about life, at least while we're on the stage. It's kind of strange. He was a brother, or at the very least, a brother in arms. We shared quite a few special moments that had a profound impact on my life. He was up here playing clarinet to do a show at a museum series that I was put together in Chico. And I showed up to see them play, and I'm sure some of you are familiar with only about 5 of us in the audience. And it was an incredible show, actually seeing these two guys play. And Randy, I'm going to focus on Chris playing here.
As you should.
Yes, as I should. But one of the things that just dumbfounded me is that he just kept.
As you should.
Yes, as I should. But one of the things that just dumbfounded me was that he just kept whipping instrument after instrument. Bass, trumpet, trombone, hey, 2 different types of harmonica, chromatic, and I was just like, wow, this is blowing my head to pieces. And he just sounded like him doing everything. And that was the thing that absolutely blew me away. Love got to do some music together somehow. And so I went about writing music for him. And in 2018, that was about 2017 when we met. In 2000, what he could do, which was a lot. Playing harmonica, switching out on stage. He used to tease me. He used to warn other musicians that we'd meet backstage. We were going to go on our shows, and he would say, "Don't tell Warren what you play because I'm write you something for it." Backstage, we were going to go on our shows, and he would say, "Don't tell Warren what you play because I'm write you something for it, and I'll hold you to it." And as evident by one day, I have this old euphonium or something laying around, like, ding. And so the next rehearsal, I wrote a piece for him, and I held him to it. And he probably, I think he loved it. I think he probably regretted having to bring one more instrument to a gig. I think the piece that I wrote that we played that first time in 2018 was a concert that was something that we really bonded over because the themes were based on the original Pinocchio stories. Letting go of the wild side as a young boy, society having to kind of sit down and be civilized. Resonate with that a lot, not to mention seeing all of this cycle happen again for our own sons. And there's a strong theme of letting go of your wild side as a young boy in society and having to kind of step down and be civilized. And he seemed to resonate with that a lot. Not to mention seeing all of this cycle happen again with our own sons. We talked a lot about that during these rehearsals. That's probably when Cliff told me for the first time about his childhood, specifically when he spent time in Iran, running around. I have a real vivid image of this. Running around, just yell at them. His face as a little flea is running back and forth on these really harrowing precipices between the houses. Strangely, the last time I saw Cliff, which was when we did a show in January, and we were hanging out, before the show, before we went on. And I had him recount the story for me. And so he told it to me again, which I loved. And I hope I'm getting that story right. I'm probably going to ask him correctly, but this is what I remember. And he also was segued into the harrowing story that his family escaping during the revolution. It was just an incredible dramatic moment, and he was such a masterful storyteller. I was enthralled. And it got me thinking that, well, really, he was a great storyteller, and you can hear it. It's so obvious in his music. It's so obvious in his playing that it was about the story. So it wasn't until about a year that we were playing together in Flounder that he and I figured out that we were both at UCLA at the same time. We just didn't know, and then we knew people in common. See Rachel there, first time in 30 years, and Stephanie. And so this was kind of a mind-blowing experience that we bonded over as well. And he even pretty recently shared with me a picture that of him and Stephanie. That just kind of blew my mind too. I brought me back to those days. Always just great stories. Like I said, it really came through in his music. Just an example of what I think he was such a special musician. I don't know if this will mean a lot to some people, maybe some of the musicians here, but our new album, the publicist who's going to help promote our new album. And one of the things that he's not playing bebop lines. And that just blew me away, and I could not believe it. And that just blew me away, and I could not believe with all of this person to have a judgment call like that. But that really centered in precisely why I love Cliff's playing. He didn't use any lines. He told a story every time. It was uniquely Cliff's music. That's what it, needless to say, did not hire the guy at all. Won't ever again talk to him. In closing, I really, didn't really know a friend of mine. I made it kind of a regular habit. It was a ritual. Really special moments of kind of catching up with each other during that time. I felt like I was taking his emotional and mental temperature at the time, but it really just gave us an opportunity to relate to each other, things other than music. And he shared a lot of his frustrations and anxieties and things with me. So I don't even know, but we were able to bond about those conversations. Any musician here can vouch for me that no matter what, needless to say, I think that almost any musician here can vouch for me that no matter what frame of mind Cliff was in before a show, sometimes I saw him miserable. He always laughed, and he was always joyful. His musicality, timbre, and expression was so tightly integrated into this band that we've had lots of discussions about what the heck we're going to do now. And a lot of those discussions are what could we possibly do without this sound. And that's a pretty profound thing, especially for me. I labored over it came from my thoughts and my feelings at one time. But it really goes to show you that once I handed this over to these guys and to Cliff, that it grew into something totally not mine. It was a lot better. Cliff always made it more, always much more confident. He always added more sweat, more swagger. You guys can vouch for that, for sure. He supplied the edge. Really, ultimately, I think he really made things work. Cliff, because, this is from that original concert that I wrote for us. And I wrote it for his beautiful harmonica playing. And also, this piece based on Pinocchio is really about letting go of things that are really hard to let go of. This one's a hard one.